Three, two, three, two, one. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the first Faces Friday in quite some time. I'm Jacob Hackett. For any of you tuning in for the first time, joining me this afternoon on this mini series over the summer, I will be interviewing self advocates, parents, people that are involved in the Faces community. Joining me on this first mini and summertime installment, I'm calling it, is the community outreach specialist for the Atlantic Center for Independent Living, Jen Burke, and the founder of Keep Calm to the Best You and a friend of Faces for Autism. He's working with one of Face's consumers to get him ready for a 5K. He'll talk about that. Tadris Parker. Thank you both for joining me this afternoon.
Thanks for having us.
For sure. Thank you, Jacob. I couldn't think of a better person to be on this podcast with than Jen Burke. So I appreciate being invited to be
Yeah.
with such royalty.
Mm, so that's very good, Coach. Thank you for that. So guys, let me start off. How did you? Well, Jen first. Tell the viewing audience what you do, what your title is with the sale.
Sure. Yeah. So my title is Outreach and Activity Specialist. So I do those two pieces. We go out into the community, we do resource fairs, different networking events. We're members at the Galloway BNI. So we like to network with different businesses and create partnerships wherever we can. And then the activities part of it is we do a number of different um, life skills activities and support groups throughout the week at the SIL. So the SIL is a center for independent living. We assist individuals with disabilities of all ages and all disabilities to live as independently as possible. So that looks different for everyone. So we really try to tailor our services to the individual, and we work one-on-one with them, and we also provide those activities and support groups. So that's how we partnered with Coach, because he does many of our activities.
Yes, and Coach, I'm going to have you elaborate on just what she said, what some of those activities are.
Yeah. So hello, everyone. I started Run to the Best You in 2013. Became a health coach, and I was coaching people with weight loss, and shortly thereafter, um, I got interested in training people to run 5Ks. So I started an in-person beginners 5K training program. But throughout the years, some of the things that I noticed that people were struggling with the most was with their mindset, their belief. There was no one to plant seeds of belief that they can do something different or do something special. They always thought that it was for someone else. Maybe a mom was supporting a teenage kid in sports, but they never conceived themselves doing anything like that. Maybe they were supporting their husband and didn't think that they can do something like that. Um, but working with beginners, um, week after week, planting the seeds of belief in their minds that they can cover 3.1 miles. That's what a 5K is a 3.1 mile race. And a lot of the 5K events are for charity events. I put one together for South Jersey Field of Dreams that you are very familiar with, Jacob. A lot of races, people sign up for 5Ks because they're there to support breast cancer or cancer awareness altogether. Um, and so I kind of felt like when I would train people, I was more like a therapist, kind of like motivational speaker, kind of like one-on-one motivational speaker while I'm working with them. I'll give them some encouragement and some motivation. Then I'll go run and get with the next person and then give them some motivation and then jump back. And then at the end, we'll do a bunch of motivational speaking and stuff. And I felt like people were coming alive. It was almost like watering a plant and seeing it blossom and grow. And when Jen got the opportunity to work with the Atlantic Center of Independent Living, it was right after the pandemic or towards the middle to the end of the isolation that everybody was going through. And Jen's been working with me for a long time, probably 2016 or so. And throughout the pandemic, I was able to keep my members going and losing weight even during the pandemic because I was opening up a Zoom call and was coaching them on what to eat and what to avoid, even though you're not out at the gym or you're not out in public. How to deal with mindset things like Jen has two kids and she's trying to figure out how to train the kids, how she's going to work and take care of the kids at home and with their schoolwork and stuff like that. So we'll be talking about these sort of things on a health connection call. And she put me in contact with Sil and said, I think what we do for Run to the Best You will actually be good for this community. And then the rest is history. We've been doing health connection calls probably for like 2.5 years now. I think it is. Would you say that, Jen? 2.5 years. So some of those activities, I kind of told my backstory a little bit, Jacob, but um, some of those activities is that the Atlantic Center of Independent Living consumers can come out with us on Tuesdays for our walk club. So even though I train people to run a 5K, we have a walking component, and it's just everybody getting together and we meet the person where they are. Like no one's out there trying to be a super. Everybody's not trying to compete with each other. It's very inclusive. It's not an all males club. It's not an all females club. It's not ageism. Like we have all different ages and sizes and abilities, and we pair off and we go for walks. And that's on Tuesdays. And then our health connection call is every other Wednesday, every second or fourth Wednesday of the month. And then there's other opportunities that we might open things up to us, ASO. Like we had a kickball game a couple of weeks ago. That was a lot of fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I just
saw.
wanted to add real quick, Jacob. When I met Coach, I was one of those people that didn't believe that I could ever be a runner. And he took me from never running to running my first 5K. And that was at your first 5K for the South Jersey Field of Dreams. So
Right.
it was a very meaningful moment to cross that finish line for me. And he's helped tons of people since then do the very same thing.
Yeah, and you both bring up a good point that COVID, everybody was, I'm going to sit on my couch and I'm going to eat popcorn and watch Netflix all day. I mean, people, yes, don't get me wrong, it was a very scary and dark period, but people thought, oh, we're going to be shut in forever. We're not going to do anything, and we're just going. And you know what? I wish Coach gave that type of motivation for the people that still sit there and say, I haven't gone back to work yet. And it's been 4 years. It's amazing to me still to this day that people need that type of motivation to get their behinds up off the couch and do something productive with their life.
Yeah, as negative as COVID may have been, I also saw a couple of things that was almost needed. People had time to put themselves on pause, and at the time, I had just moved into my house, but I still was very familiar with Wrangleboro Road here in Galloway, and I seen a lot of people walking and running together as a family, husbands, wives, and kids together. And you didn't see that before the pandemic due to the fact that everyone was just always busy and working. And Jen may remember Marla and Leonard Rosenthal.
Mm-hmm.
He would have never been able to be a part of what we were doing because he travels the world. So now he's back to traveling again, even though it did calm down. So there was some things. Some people got a chance to learn how, like, listen, you don't have to run out here and work 40, 50, 60 hours away from home. Maybe there is an opportunity to make a living from home. You know what I mean? And everybody's different. Some people can thrive off of that because maybe they are closer to their children now. And you don't have to come to the office, Jen Burke. You don't have to be stuck in the office. You can actually work from home and take care of your responsibilities at home. So it did definitely help. in some ways. Like I always try to find the positives, even in what may seem to be a negative situation, and we have to, right? We have to.
And even with our support groups, I think I came in when the pandemic had already started, but from what I was told, we were trying to have groups in person. And when we were forced to go online and learn Zoom, it actually was a positive thing because we found like more people could participate that way. Transportation is a huge issue for people living with disabilities, especially. And so it really just opened up our support groups to be accessible, and then we've continued that. So it's been
Mm,
really positive, and so it's great. It's great to have everybody come on. We have chronic pain support group. We have a socialization group. We have two different life skills activities a week, one Tuesday during the day, one Thursday at night. I do a sketchbook club on Mondays, so people can come and learn to draw. Um, and that's been really positive for people who maybe are isolated and they're really not sure what to do, and then they pick up a new hobby. And then our health connection calls with coach, it's really like building a community, and then we get to have that component now where come together in person and we do the walking, and like you said, it's all ages, it's families, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said a few minutes ago, like people, I don't want to say they took advantage of COVID because you really could not take advantage of it. But people thought, oh, it's a time to relax my mind. Well, you, I mean, I think the majority of us looked at it like that. And hey, I'm not saying that that's a bad way to look at things, but like Coach just said, now you have people that are back working 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and they don't have the ability to exercise as much as they would, or so things like this are so important. uh Coach mentioned weight loss. I one coach, maybe you know this, I wonder what the statistic is of the percentage of people that say I'm going to make that my New Year's resolution, and then they bomb it by the third week of January and they're done.
yeah, try 2 weeks, 2 weeks in January. It doesn't even last, right? And that's why you can't really set New Year's resolutions because you got 12 months to get it done. And so anytime you are given a long time, I don't know about either of you, well, a lot of times you get like an assignment and it's due 3 weeks from now. How often do you wait until the week of before you start attacking it, right? People wait to the last minute. So when you got 12 months to get off 20 pounds or 30 pounds, you just procrastinate. And next thing you know, it's November, December, and you're back in the same situation. Like, all right, I'll just start at the first of the year. So I like to do 12 weeks, 12 week, I call it the 12-week year. It's actually a book that I read called the 12-week year. And you set your sights for 12 weeks ahead, which is exactly 3 months, which is 90 days, and you see what you can attack in those 90 days. And the book was talking about how sales forces do this all the time. There's always that push. It's the Memorial Day sale. It's the 4th of July sale. It's the Labor Day sale, right? It's the end of year car sale. And these are push periods that these car dealerships and stores make a lot of money during these push periods. Well, we can create that stuff for ourselves with these little mini micro push periods for ourselves. All right, from January to the end of March, I really want to have this goal. What I need to do, I gotta focus. Right, when you know you got to get it by the end of March, you're not procrastinating. Now you hit it in March. What else I got to do, man? I want to get something done by the end of June. You might take a 40 pound or 50 pound weight loss goal and break it up in those three or four push periods and start knocking it off like 10, 15 pounds and feel good every stage of the way. Make sense?
Yeah, oh, it makes perfect sense because it's it's all in, and this is terrible. The way to get somebody involved in something, it almost seems like you have to have the perfect verbiage to be an encourager. Coach, before we started, you mentioned something to me about a video about what's in McDonald's food.
Mm.
How would you encourage someone the healthy eating trial if that's what they say they want to do?
So, good question. Here's my business card. Actually says Coach Tadris, coaching weight loss, running, and mindset. Because as much as I appreciate running, I also know that the more weight that you carry, the harder it could be on your knees and your back and stuff like that. And when I teach people, so I became a health coach talking about nutrition before I started the Couch at 5K program. So it's still a very much part of my passion and the things that I talk about or research the most, not only to help my clients, but to keep me. My highest weight was 217 pounds. My grandmother passed away of diabetes due to kidney, and she passed away due to kidney failure, and she was going to dialysis 3 or 4 times a week. So today I want to make sure that I keep myself away from 217 pounds. And I want to teach the things that I learned. I spent a lot of time researching this stuff. I spent a lot of money with weight loss companies trying to sell you products, not trying, selling people a lot of products, almost, that the products would help you to a point, but it never really taught you how to really eat 100%. And so I found in 2018 that I eliminated those products that I was taking, the meal replacement shakes, the teas, and things like that. Nothing against anybody that is in that type of market. I just want to put that out there. But I had eliminated what I was doing for 30 days, and I went to a real food approach, and I eliminated the sugar, the alcohol, the dairy, legumes, soy, grains, and I just ate real meat, vegetables, potatoes, and I lost like 8 pounds in 30 days. An additional 2 weeks later, I lost another 6 pounds. So I lost 14 pounds. And back then, when I was taking all these supplements, I was running all the time and I wasn't getting that weight off. You can't outrun a bad diet, right? And so I'm continuing like on health connection calls. I bring things that I learned. Right now, I actually take personalized clients like those that are interested in losing weight. I work with them one on one, solely about mindset and diet, not about running. So like I'm the personal weight loss coach for that individual because what's easy to do, I just laid it out for you, but it's not always easy to do, right? What's easy to do is also easy not to do, and that's where I come in. And kind of every week we have several touches throughout the week keeping that person motivated towards their goal. So to Jacob's point, what we talked about on Health Connection call last night, and I don't want to sell everything, but there's 19 ingredients in McDonald's French fries. 19. Back in the back from McDonald's beginning until the mid 90s, they used to cook their potatoes, their French fries in beef tallow. And anyone old enough that can remember how delicious McDonald's French fries were, right? People can think McDonald's French fries is still delicious, right? But it was a clear, obvious transition when they changed the oil. So they used to cook it in beef tallow, which everybody got up in arms in the mid 90s about using animal fat or whatever. But the oils that they switched to is highly toxic for human bodies. The seed oils like soybean oil, canola, vegetable oil, and there's other type of oil, right? And they use all four of those oils now to make their French fries. Not to mention the way it looks. It has to have a certain look to your eye because, oh, wow, that looks good. They're perfect. Look, they're golden and crispy, right? Advertisers use words like crispy, juicy, tender, right? That's the chicken sandwich at McDonald's, right? But what do they do to make it look that way to your eye to make you say, I want that? When they use words like crispy and juicy and tender, your mouth start watering. But so the advertisers are using those key words and they got the look to make it look so delicious. The nutrition club that I worked for had McDonald's French fries on the shelf for 10 years, Jacob. It never broke down. The McDonald's French fries and the cheeseburger sat on that shelf for 9 years. There was no mold. There was no bugs looking to eat it. It was sitting there. Now, one of the key ingredients. Now, I don't have the scientific terminology of this chemical, but there's a chemical in the McDonald's French fries similar to silly putty. That chemical is banned in other countries, as well as Whole Foods will not sell Reese Cups or Reese Pieces because it has that chemical in there, which is identical to silly putty, and we're ingesting this. McDonald's French fries, 19 different ingredients when it only should have potatoes, beef tallow as the grease that is cooked in, and sea salt. That's it. Those are the only three ingredients that you should have in your potato chips and or on your French fries.
Wow, 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 wow. That's eye-opening information there, friends.
And
Jen,
can I tell you one more thing, Jacob?
you sure go ahead before
For
I ask
those
Jen.
for those that deal with ADHD, autism, these type of things, the types of processed foods, the way that is made, is not helping our conditions. It's making those things worse. Sometimes and as parents, we like, especially if we are taking our kids to sports, and there's a lot of parents with children with disabilities that are taking their children to go play um, baseball at South Jersey Field of Dreams, taking them to the surf club and stuff like that. And just like children without disabilities, all of us as parents, we end up the easiest thing to do is take them through the drive-through real quick to grab them something to eat on the way home. But it's not helping our children's conditions, whatever they're dealing with. It could even be mental health. It could be, sometimes the kids get depressed after they eat that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just wanted to make sure I hit that point one more time too, just to remind our parents to go back to old school and cook at home. And it's all about planning. That's it.
Yeah, it's all about planning, all about what you're eating. Um, Jen, my next, well, this is actually for the both of you. If anyone wishes to get involved, get in touch, be a board member like I was on the sale, how would they do that?
Yeah, you can follow us on social media. We're on Facebook and Instagram. Our website is atlanticsil.org. You can go on there, get some more information about our services. And you can email me. My email is jburke@atlanticsil.org with any questions that you might have.
Perfect, because the sale does a phenomenal job not only getting you the services that you need, but they help you with access link applications. They help you with whatever you need.
Yeah, we want to really try to help connect people with resources in the community. If you need assistance with applications of any type, um, and again, lots of activities. So even some that we didn't mention, we have a whole series of workshops through a grant that we received, really helping people become civically engaged in the community. That's our IHC workshops with our transition specialist Anna then and Donald, our director. They've been doing a great job with those workshops in collaboration with the Mental Health Association in Atlantic County. And then I also should mention once a month we have an art class in Absecon with April Elias, and that's coming up on July 1st. So if anybody's interested in an art class, reach out to me and we'll get you signed up.
Beautiful. And one of the things I should mention is that these activities are at no cost to you. Um,
Yes.
with no cost, regardless of whatever you whatever you may need. Reach if you would prefer. I can reach out to me. I can direct you over to Jen if if you would rather do that. If you need help with anything, reach out to Dale. I am a board member. Excuse me, I'm glad Donald didn't hear that. I was a board member. I would be happy to help guide you along. Coach, why don't you tell the story of working with Jeremy?
Oh, working with Jeremy?
Mhm.
Yeah, so I've been volunteering for being almost like the master of ceremonies, kind of like the hype man for the Faces for Autism walk every year, their annual walk at Stockton University. That usually happens in April. And this was the third year I volunteered. And I teach a easy run, walk, run method. And I have an interval timer, and we just had so many people out this year. The weather wasn't that great, so it wasn't held outside typically like it usually is, like the outdoor festivities. It was all indoors. But man, so I couldn't really tell how many people was there until it was time to go outside to go for a walk. And Jen was there. She took the picture. Nice big group there. And I wish we had like a drone because I said, anybody that wants to do the run, walk, run with me, I'm going to be doing 30-30. So let's go, all of us together. So you had your walkers in the back, and you had like a massive group of people that was doing the 30-30 with me, jogging for 30 seconds, walking for 30 seconds, and just repeat that for the whole course, which was about a mile and a quarter. Well, Jeremy was like flying, and he was leaving his mom behind. So as a coach, it was a little challenging for me because I wanted to make sure Jeremy didn't get lost. So I was sprinting up there with him, and I didn't bring my whistle, so I had to like go back and be like, "All right, time, guys, time to walk it out." And I'm like, "Bing, bing, bing, bing." Well, we get back, and Isabel from Faces for Autism, she just saw like Jeremy light up. She saw his mom lit up, and she said, "I want to sponsor these guys with Run to the Best You." And I'm like, okay, what does that mean? You know what I mean? I'm just sitting there. I'm thinking, but me and Isabel, we got on a Zoom call and we talked about what it would look like. Jeremy is he just turned 21 years old. He's nonverbal, so we I didn't feel comfortable with him being in a group setting. So I actually meet him an hour early and we work one on one with his mom. You know, the three of us are doing it together. And I got to say, it's been a very beautiful experience. I actually bought something where we're tethered together, and it's on my wrist and it's on his wrist. But I feel like we're communicating because he wants to actually like hold my hand because he doesn't feel comfortable being loose. So we're jogging, holding hands, right? But when it's like we're like communicating through that, it's like a surreal experience. And he covered a 5K last week. Right now, I got him not worrying about the distance right now because he's involved in a lot of things. Jeremy's a great guy. He's bowling, he's surfing, and so I don't want to put too much pressure on him. So his mom is right there with us, so she's training. She's never done a 5K before. So thanks to Faces for Autism, the three of us will be doing the Stomp Out 5K in Sea Isle City on June 29th. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning. It's going to be his very first 5K. He's very skittish when it comes to dogs. So hopefully there's no dogs out there. But on race day, the boardwalk should be pretty much clear for us. We might have to go on the street. I really don't see a lot of dogs out there, but if we do, I got to know what to do with him because he will dart off to the left or right. But other than that, I've really put him to the test. We did the Keep Calm and Run to the Best You course last Tuesday, and it was a lot of dogs out. So it gave me great practice as to how he would respond if he saw a dog. But I couldn't be more happy with being able to work with him, Jacob. Seriously.
And it's a testimony not only to you but to Isabel for like noticing the signs, if you will, seeing, okay, you watched him do I'll call it a practice 5K, and you saw what he's able to do. And now you're looking at her and his mom and going, let's see what he can do. So, like Coach said, if any of you that are watching this would like to watch the 5K and support the Ryan family, the run is Saturday, June, no,
Saturday, June 29th.
Saturday, that's right. Saturday, June 29th, 8 o'clock in the morning at the boardwalk in Sea Isle. which is Coach, which I'm correct. That's near the, just in case any out of towners are watching this, that's near the promenade, correct?
Yes, the JFK Boulevard leads right to the boardwalk, the promenade there.
Yeah.
I do want to say this too. That race director, I mean, I've been doing my own race for a couple of years. Plus, I'm a part of the Atlantic City Marathon series. I've never seen a race do this, Jen. She emailed me as the captain. She asked me my story. I haven't seen if it was posted anywhere, but she created our team and said, "Here's a donation, link for you guys to see if you can help raise money for cancer." I just never like thought to do anything like that. If someone made a donation, that was one thing, but I kind of like how this race director was forward thinking with that. So I shared that link with Christina, Jeremy's mother, and maybe we can raise something, to help support the cancer research.
Absolutely. Cancer research is so important. I would love to see, as would as would we all like to see cancer gone, but sadly, like Coach said, with the amount of things that are in food now, you won't see that. Speaking of fundraising, Jen, I'm going to toss it back to you for the last question today. Please tell the audience about the Five Guys fundraiser.
Yeah, so we have our Five Guys fundraiser coming up on July 10th, and that's from 5 to 8 p.m. at the Five Guys in Absecon. And I did check, their fries are only three ingredients.
Peanut oil, right?
Peanut oil, potatoes, and salt.
And Jen, and they're very good at that. They're very good French fries at that. They're much better than McDonald's are. And in a French fry, personally speaking, I prefer the regular potatoes than what you eat frozen. So they are very good. Any of your orders between 5 and 8 on the 10th will go directly towards the SIL. And they thank you very much for your support. Guys, any Coach, you got anything for the fall coming up that you want me to promote?
That's a good question. I'm getting some feedback. I'm not sure if
I don't. I, I, I don't know why, but if you have anything going on for the fall.
Yeah, so right now, a lot of our members are getting ready for the Atlantic City Marathon Series, which is on October 19th and 20th. On the 19th is a 5K and a 10K. So 18 weeks away is we're starting to train for it now. So we're excited about that. And for the fall, I want people to stay tuned. Jen don't know about this yet. I'm in partnership with a company called Eat Clean, and they've been adding some of my approved foods to their menus. She's a chef for those that's busy and don't really have the time to cook. That chef actually makes foods that's approved by me that they can order and have a quick and easy dinner or lunch. So we might do a health challenge in the fall that will have a cash payout by Black Friday. And so it will run all fall basically. And I might have Dr. Lola because I'm thinking about overall health. And I just ran with Cody this morning over the Ocean City Bridge, and he is the owner of Attila's Gym. So when people sign up to this challenge, keep your eyes and ears open for this. When you sign up to this challenge, you'll get some coaching from me about your weight loss. You'll be able to see a chiropractor, get adjustment. You'll be able to order some food. Your buy-in would include these different services, which could possibly be a month membership at Attila's as well if they are in. Everybody I work with, they're like, man, this is good. This sounds good. We want in. So it's just a matter of putting it all together and laying that out. That's going to be my assignment and my job during July and August to roll it out, a total overall health challenge, right? And it's going to be fun.
But for the last quarter of the year,
Mm-hmm.
Coach, what type of food offerings can you expect to see
What on the
on
in
this
that
on this menu?
Yeah. So when I said that you're going to avoid sugar, grains, alcohol, these type of things, this chef actually makes meals. I've had her turkey bowl before. It was like ground turkey with butternut squash, some onion, very delicious. I had beef stew. I'm not a big beef stew fan. I'm like, beef stew, it's almost summertime and you got beef stew on the menu, but it's a part of my protocol. So I tried it out. It was absolutely delicious. I was like, man, I'm not a big beef stew person, but it was really good. So every week I actually gave her my cookbook. I didn't write the cookbook myself, but where I'm getting these thoughts and ideas from. She wasn't having any of this on the menu, so I gave her the cookbook. So she's toying around with the different recipes, and she's like, so far people are eating this up. You know what I mean? So real meat, real vegetables, cooked in a certain way. Yeah.
Wow, that is amazing. And once again, when Coach sends me the information for this eating challenge, for the challenge with Tillis and Dr. Lola, I will be happy to promote all that on the Face for Autism Facebook page. Uh, and once again, as Coach and Jen said, Health Connections is a lot of fun. We laugh, we play games. I join them on occasion, so feel free to feel free to join us second and fourth Wednesday of the month via Zoom. Guys, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Hey Jacob, can I say one more thing?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, Jacob. So when I started to talk and I wanted to say how much an honor it was to be with royalty and Jen Burke. Jen Burke is one of the most fascinating people, most kindest person you ever want to meet, right? I'm sitting in this office right now, and she's so soft spoken, right? She doesn't want to take credit for a lot of stuff, but that's why I'm giving her, her flowers right here. I'm sitting in this office, and this wall behind me has like all these medals on there. And these medals, she's been with me for a lot of them, right? I have this memorabilia here. It's this dopey challenge where I did 4 races in 4 days, including a full marathon, and I ended up getting 6 medals. This was a dream of mine since 2019, and when that dream became a reality in 2024 in January, Jen was responsible for helping me get there. That painting in the back of Mickey Mouse, let me show y'all. She
Yeah,
did. She's an amazing artist. This was from her brain onto the canvas. And so we raised money to help with autism. This was another opportunity. And that's what got me to even go to the Dopey Challenge in the first place. And then, if that wasn't good enough, she donated her Mickey Mouse photo that she painted like that to us. And so you guys are that's why I said she's royalty. I just wanted to give her that appreciation
yeah,
that she
Thanks,
does.
Coach. Thanks, Coach.
that,
Well, you're always supporting me and helping me out when I need it, so I got to help you too. You
yeah.
know, that's what we
Hey,
do.
fairness. You gotta work together as a team. Coach, I just had one more thought. When is the Run the Best U 5K at the field? Do we have that scheduled yet?
Um, Sadly, this year I'm actually putting that on hold. I can't. Don't have really the manpower to do it this year.
Okay, okay, no problem. I was just wondering.
But, but what I am going to do, and guys, I never said this. So if you guys are interested in talking to me, my website is runtothebestyou.com. Runtothebestyou.com. And also, I can be reached at Coach Tadris at gmail.com. That's Tadris. And I'm always available through text. You can always text me if you're interested in weight loss. Text me weight loss at 609-418-9488. Or if you're interested in Run Walk Club, just text Run Walk to 609-418-9488. And this summer, Jacob, I'm planning to use my social media to help raise money for the South Jersey Field of Dreams. Although I'm not doing the race, sometimes when I post that I got my workout in today and I'm taking my workout to South Jersey Field of Dreams, people donate right through social media. So follow me. You'll see Jeremy's journey on my social media, on my Facebook feed. That's where the donations come from the most, is from Facebook. So follow what I'm doing this summer and help support the South Jersey Field of Dreams.
That's beautiful. Thank you. And I, as a board member of the South Jersey Field of Dreams, thank you for your uh, time and giving back to us. Guys, I thank you so much. And we will be in touch again on the fourth Wednesday of the month.
All right.
Great.
Run to the
Thank
best you,
you.
everybody.
Thank you, guys.